it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? To say the least. I mean, I just did my last show. It was for this year, by the way. My last show this year. I didn't mean that by last show forever.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I was worried about that when I seen that.
I would never do that. Nah, not for my picks, not for my fans. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm gonna be able to do some more events, you know, in town next year. You know, I just gotta be able to do some, you know, chase some money from these other towns that keep calling my name. So I'll be back, you know, to do some more events. You know, in the meantime, just taking more hiatus. You know, utilizing, you know, my other ventures that I have. You know, I got my website, of course, is toothpickwood.com.
Okay.
Also got my clothing line coming up. Is Do You Know Toothpick Will? You know,
excellent.
that's just to name a few, you know, for now. You know what I'm saying? So it's I mean, it's not just the talent that I'm spending as far as like with music, you know. Because before I was an artist, I used to be a clothing designer. So I used to just back in high school, I used to just do nothing but design clothes. Yeah, and it was for the cheap.
So what made you get into music?
Well, pretty much as far as like with the music, I mean, I did some here or there, you know, the typical high school rapping, you know, after hours, you know, banging on the trash can type of flowing. Right. And I mean, it caught on to me, but more than that, like my love for music, and because at the same time, I was also, you know, writing poems whenever I was bored. So I would just like write a lot of songs. And my bro once told me, hey, you could be able to make that into a song, and you can be able to record that with one of my songs that I'm recording. And that's how I started. I started recording with my older brother, Chris. Shout out to Prophet Chris. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, and you know, like the rest is history. I jumped on my first track. And that was about 6 years ago.
Wow, 6 years ago, and you've grown this much, and you've got a solid team behind you.
Solid team, the main man, right hand man,
Anonymous. Yes, sir. That's me. You know
what I'm saying? Back in business entertainment, you know, we 10 deep, and it only gets better from here. You know what I'm saying?
Very 10 deep, really?
Yep. 10 deep, very
10
talented.
deep. Wow.
Very talented, very versatile, various, you know, last Friday at Night Rocker, I had my girl Chena.
Love Chena.
Shout out to Chena.
You know what I'm saying? West Side repping. And yeah, she did her, I think it was about 7th event, I believe.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
And she turns 19 in December.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. She's like very, very young. I mean, that's the future right there as far as, you know, female hip hop in San Antonio on the real. But yeah, and then in the meantime, you know, I got all of that on my back, and you know, like that's basically, you know, what I got, you know, going. I got the group, the movement, you know, the clothing line, the website, of course, the music. I got another project coming through too.
Are we gonna? In fact, we're gonna get into that and get into a little bit more, and also get into your beat making skills.
Mr. Anonymous, as me.
Yes, got to get into that. So please stay tuned right here on the one.
Yeah.
3 seconds. Here we go. Wow. All right, we are back here at Urban Suite. We just heard music from San Antonio's own Trizzle. His new single, "Beat Up, Feet Up."
Yes.
And brand new music from Chalk Smack featuring DJ Years Jersey, Jax the Ripper.
You know, I'm glad you like that. He sent that to me today, and I really dug that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. 824 right here in the penthouse of the Urban Suite. Back in the house with Toothpick Will and Anonymous.
What is happening?
Now, let's get into your emancipation.
Oh,
yes, the emancipation of Toothpick Will.
Yes, indeed.
Today would make it about 60 days since I sent out an agreement to what would now be my former manager. Now, this came about. I'm going to break it down.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So, I met
this gentleman.
This gentleman.
Yeah, I'm gonna
double R's.
This gentleman in the Broadway bar. You know what I'm saying? And he approached me. I introduced myself to him, and vice versa. And he was like, you know, showing me like his stuff, like what he does. You know, his company. He even got to far as like giving me like a T-shirt for it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I took his card. I hit him up online, and he said I invited him to one of my events, you know.
Right.
And of course I impressed him, and I was like, oh, okay, hey, this was around October. So he was like, hey, you know, I can be able to get you to like all these shows. I can be able to get you to like as much as the Lolo show that I got coming up. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Just let me know, and then we can work from there. So about a couple of weeks passed, and then after that, you know, he sends me, you know, his little management contracts. You know, we met up. He showed me the contract. He said, here, just come here, take it with you, check it out, and if you like what you see, just sign it, and we can start from there. So. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I skimmed through most of it,
Yeah.
and like looked for like mainly the numbers, you know, as far as that. As I'm like a numbers kind of person, so you know, signed it, sent it to him. Since then we did about, if I have to close my eyes and guesstimate, about 15 shows since then, of which he was behind 7 of them.
Right, because I remember I've been out to a bunch of them, and there was no representation for you at all.
At all.
At all.
Correct. So like the latest one turns out to be, yeah, the Lolo show. And you know, he got me in there, you know, for free, like, you know, performed, you know, did my thing and everything. And like that was it, you know, just performed, and then after that, you know, I didn't like get a hold of him. I couldn't be able to get a hold of him, and then like turns out, you know, I found out through one of his girlfriends said,
Shouts out to all the girlfriends.
You know, he caught the chain, and you know, just ended up being sent to jail. I was like sent to jail. I was like, nah, yeah. He said, so go ahead and tell, if anybody asks about him, to say that he went out of town. I was like, went out of town?
That's a long out of town trip.
Right.
Yeah. And then I turned out that he was gonna be over there for about like some years in jail. So I'm like, if he's in jail for years, like, I can't just be telling these people that, you know, he's out of town, because then they're gonna be telling me like, yo, like, what, if he's out of town, yo, man, you need to
Right, he can't
me.
represent you if he's not able to. That voids the contract.
And even then, for
in
like
his words,
some of those events that I did, you know, I'd probably say I did like half, if not 3/4 of the effort as far as like getting the whole event together.
Right.
You know, I mean, he did provide me the travel. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I thank him for that. But like that was it.
But that's minimal, man.
Yeah. So I mean, and then the contract, mind you, it said that I was there for like 1 year, but like unless if it's agreed by him that it would be like that he would say like otherwise, and it would be like for 5 more years. So.
Right. It was like automatically renewable. Artists, read your stuff.
And if not, find a lawyer or someone who will read it for you. Let's go ahead and get into one of your big tracks that's really been hitting right now.
That's what I'm focused.
This is Get It.
Yes.
Right,
featuring Killer Street. Shout out to Killer Street Music and Sheena from Back in Business Entertainment.
Sheena.
All right, let's get it right here on the one.
Out.